Welcome guys, Callous Invitational 4 content here, and this is a big one. Granted, at this point, they're all big ones, but it's got major ramifications here, as they all do from here on out. And in this case, it is the winner's bracket finals between Undisputed and Ban Manaphy. And the winner here is guaranteed. I mean, these guys are both already guaranteed money, no matter what happens at this point. But the winner here is not only guaranteed at least second place, which is a considerable monetary step up from third place, but additionally, that player will have the huge advantage of being in the upper bracket when the grand finals rolls around, meaning they will have the luxurious position of needing to be defeated twice in best of fives in order to not be the champion and take the overwhelming portion, the 50% share for first place of our current $1,220 jackpot, by far the biggest and best prize pool we've ever had. And we are still taking donations all the way till the very end. So if somebody wants to come in last moment and surprise me and make the pot even bigger and set the bar even higher for next year than it already is, by all means, come on in and do that. You directly support these players in doing so. So who's it going to be? The SPL Apex Predator for years and years, as Triangles called him. That would be Undisputed, and that's an accurate description. Or the relatively new to ADV, a veteran but new to the ADV scene, the last-minute sign-up, the final player to be invited to this tournament due to a last-minute withdrawal, Ban Manaphy, the Black-White Cup champion and the ADV Cup runner-up from this year, on a tear, showing that it is no fluke. He is not a flash in the pan. This guy can play, and he is going to be around for a while. Who's it going to be? Best of three, Undisputed Ban Manaphy. Here is game one. Undy is on the bottom with a T-Tar lead. Ban Manaphy is on the top. He's got Metagross. And Fortress has been a poke that Undisputed has been bringing throughout this tournament. He's been having tremendous success, obviously, to be in this position, still in the winner's bracket this deep in the tour. And he is not deviating from what has been working for him. Looking at some kind of mixed or physical offense topside from Ban Manaphy. Undy with a brilliant Magneton check there. Very disciplined, but does not find a Magneton. Certainly doesn't mean Ban Manaphy doesn't have it, but so far that's not the case. And Magneton is not typically paired with Starmie, so I think the likelihood of Magneton being on the other side, while it is still possible, I think it did go down upon the revelation of the Starmie. Thunderwave coming on Bliss. Looks like a very standard 4E team so far for Undisputed. Less clear for Ban Manaphy. Very well might just be a balanced team. It could be like Maglax, Celebi, or something along those lines in the back. Or it could just be a mixed offense team that happens to have a Starmie as a spinner, since it's more proactive than a Claydol or another spinner would be. And right now it's just throwing a couple of minor surfs at the Blissey. Not a huge deal. 13%, 12%. Meh. See what happens here. There's another surf, 12%. And there is Seismic Toss coming back. That's going to be 31%. So, neither one able, or I guess willing to switch. They're both able, but neither one wants to. Surf, Thunderwave, Recover. I mean, we haven't actually seen Rapid Spin because there are no spikes, but you've got to think the last move for Mana is Rapid Spin. It really wouldn't make a lot of sense to me for it to be anything else. Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, what have you. Just a supportive utility star that does its job. And they're both being pretty stubborn here. Blissey has not put any kind of status move, T-Wave, Toxic, whatever, on the Starmie to put any amount of pressure on it. It can very comfortably shrug off these Seismic Tosses with Recover, as it has done. I don't know who this favors PP-wise. It actually favors Undisputed because the paralysis makes him not waste PP, whereas Ban Manaphy has to do something on any given turn. And I'm not sure what the goal is here for Manaphy. He's never, ever, 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 and I emphasize ever, killing this Blissey with the Starmie, so I'm not clear what the goal is here. At this point, he might be waiting till Starmie's at a hundo and Blissey full paras in order for Ban Manaphy to get out of this, which I think he does need to get out of this because this is going absolutely nowhere. Surf coming down. And full para, but Starmie, like I said, not at a hundo here. So I think what he's waiting for, like I said, is to get the Starmie to 100%, then switch. But nope, I'm wrong. He goes to Metacham, and unknown whether it was going to be an attack there or a soft-boiled. Blissey going to full para, and Metacham very dangerous here. Here's the switch. Here's Gengar. And Ban Manaphy fucking calls it. Money Shadow Ball into the unrevealed Gengar. That is down in one blow. Huge advantage for Ban Manaphy, who now absolutely has the lead with that knockout. 6-5, and might be able to snowball the whole game from there. So now we see Salamence does have lefties. Whether it's a mixed Mence or not, I don't know. But Fire Blast, obviously, a big threat to the Fortress should it stay in and take that. It's a Dragon Claw on the switch, which certainly indicates a mixed Mence. Could be purely special, we don't know. But he's going to get out of the way at this point, bringing in Starmie to Blissey once again, thinking it's coming in on a soft boil, but actually it comes in on Thunder Wave instead. So there is a chance here for Starmie to get BS'd out should it full para at a couple of bad times. And speak of the devil, there is a full para as Tyranitar, which very well may be a Crunch Pursuit Tower, as it often is with when paired with Fortress, comes in Pursuit and 2 full para in a row. Bad luck for Ban Manaphy. That is exactly what he wanted to avoid. Unlucky double full para. There is the Pursuit, and with some luck at his back, Undisputed going to catch right back up. 5-5, but crucially, the Rapid Spinner is down, so the spike and any subsequent spikes are probably going to stay. Focus Punch here takes balls to do that, and he's going to get rewarded. He's going to nail Fortress for 77%. That would not survive a follow-up Brick Break. We saw earlier, Medi has lefties. He's not choice locked. Switches it up to Rock Slide. Must be thinking its last poke something like Moltres, Salamence, Aerodactyl. Those are all great things to be hit with the Rock Slide, but the last poke is not shown for Undy. It is still to be determined. Now, Blissey comes into Swampert. Going to take a 36% Earthquake in doing so. It's going to go Focus Punch, trying to catch Blissey on soft-boiled. Undisputed with his love for off-pert. Will be successful in that endeavor. 64%. Earthquake before did 36, which conveniently is what Blissey's at, but he's going to go for Focus Punch again. That's going to be called by Ban Manaphy. He's going to disrupt that with Seismic Toss, but he's going to have to be right multiple times in a row if he continues to play this game. He could also try to sneak in the Salamence on a Focus Punch or Earthquake, but he risks simply dying to an Ice Beam if he takes that chance. 2 times in a row, Focus Punch has been disrupted by Seismic Toss. Can this continue for Ban Manaphy? Focus Punch coming again. And Seismic Toss again disrupting it. See what happens here. Swampert waiting. 45%. Swampert still in range to where he's safe from Seismic Toss. And again, he gets called. Ban Manaphy over and over and over again. Seismic tossing into this Swampert who could at any time just click Earthquake and kill him. He goes Seismic Toss again. Finally, Swampert switches it up. Undisputed after all those Focus Punch attempts. 5 of them in a row. He goes to Earthquake and takes out the Blissey, but Swampert is in shambles at 7%. He's going to protect to get a little bit higher. But Ban Manaphy here with a dangerous Salamence that might be difficult to switch into, and we now see there is Brick Break, so Blissey has to be careful too. Here comes Fortress trying to fodder itself. It survives Brick Break, but will not survive a Dragon Claw or a Fire Blast that is probably imminent here. He goes Brick Break again. Oh no! What a disaster for Ban Manaphy. Over predicts, thinking that the Blissey was going to try to sneak in. Brick breaks, doesn't get the best roll possible, and gets blown up on losing the Ments. What a disaster for Ban Manaphy. That has got to be a misplay, and all of a sudden, Undisputed, who wasn't in a great spot a few moments ago and has been behind at various stages of this game, is right back in it, and it is now way less clear who's going to win this. It is anybody's game. Great double switch for Undy. Catches the Metachamp on the Moltres double. Brilliant for Undisputed to set that up. His faster Moltres, as we see from the sand, is going to go for Flamethrower and take out the Metachamp from 76%. Undisputed taking the lead right where it counts at the end. But can he stop this Lax? With a special tower that may be difficult to do, but that's a heavy-hitting 37% Flamethrower. Ban Manaphy over-predicting, thinking Tyranitar will come in, but it doesn't. Earthquake blanking. Overheat for the knockout. He's got both Flamethrower and Overheat, and he's going to catch the Lax and take that out. This looks like either a brilliant performance from Undisputed or a throw from Ban Manaphy, perhaps a little bit of both. But I cannot help but think that Ban Manaphy had multiple opportunities and avenues to win this game. Simply outplayed, either outplaying himself or outplayed by Undisputed. But it looks to me like Undy is going to earn this one. Ban Manaphy absolutely had his chances. And pending an overheat miss, if he even goes for that, nope, it's just Flamethrower. We are going to Game 2 with Undisputed with the 1-0 lead. And we are going to do it all in one video. So let's head on over to Game 2 right now. You guys don't need a review. You just watched Game 1. You know what happened. Let's see what happens in this Game 2. We are still in the best of 3 part of the tour. Undy's on the bottom again, Ban Manaphy's on the top. They both have different leads this time. Salamence and Vaporeon, respectively. Lax comes in, and there is substitute from Vaporeon. Hydro Pump coming down for 31%. Earthquake now coming down against the Vaporeon. That's going to pop the sub, and the Hydro Pump did do a decent chunk. Metagross comes in at this point. Body Slam resisted. However, the Paralysis kicks in. And Metagross is not gaining leftovers, nor does he have Lumberry. Perhaps it is simply a CB Gross. Doesn't take that Earthquake all that well, but it doesn't matter because it's just a trade via this explosion, and we've got ourselves a quick 5-5. Tyranitar, newly revealed for Ban Manaphy, and Zapdos, newly revealed for Undisputed, are the respective follow-ups. Here is Baton Pass now. That's going to go to Breloom. Rock Slide, probably what he's hoping to come in on. Ice Beam would have been bad there, but he does come in on Rock Slide, 32% with that resistance. T-Tar has to be pretty scared here of a fighting attack, and it is simply Spore. Catching the lead Vaporeon with that, it's going to fall asleep. Focus Punch coming down, trying to either hit the Vaporeon if it stays, or a switch should that occur. And it's going to be Heracross coming in here with the Fighting Resist, but he still doesn't take it super well. Breloom hits really, really hard. There's a 52% Focus Punch. Salamence comes in at this point, gets an Intimidate off, and it's a great prediction again from Ban Manaphy, catching it with Rock Slide on the way in. That's going to do a pretty hefty chunk, but Salamence will outspeed and scare off the Heracross for now. Aerodactyl coming in at this point. Again, a good prediction. These guys very on point with their predictions throughout the series. Dragon Claw there chunking Aerodactyl. But what a ballsy Earthquake that is for Ban Manaphy. He's going to Earthquake into the Salamence, and he's going to be rewarded for it. He Earthquakes twice in a row, outplaying Undisputed, and down goes the Tyranitar. That hadn't even been revealed at the time, so that was an absolutely huge balls Earthquake there for Ban Manaphy, and he's going to be rewarded. He's going to briefly take the lead, but Salamence is going to Dragon Claw the Heracross to even us up once again. Just 12 turns into this, we've got ourselves a 4-4, and they both have an unrevealed as well. Well, not anymore, because Undy's going to show Metagross here. And again, it is Earthquake. Ridiculous for Ban Manaphy. The Metagross there hadn't been revealed either. And again, he just Earthquakes stone cold balls in there and nails the damn thing. Ben Manaphy making plays, trying to earn his way back in this series. Undy did take game one. Aerodactyl coming in, 2 hidden power. That's neutral. That's HP grass. Faster Aerodactyl here, a major threat to anything that Undisputed does, but he's got to be right with his predictions. Rock Slide is going to be good enough against the meta, despite resistance. That's going to go down. Breloom comes in, threatening to revenge kill with Mach Punch. Ben Manaphy probably should just go to Swampert here, but he sees it differently. He stays in, eats the Mach Punch. I don't know that I love that play for Manaphy. It feels like the Aerodactyl is kind of important for his victory here. It's a big threat to both the Zapdos and the Salamence. I think he could have very safely gone to Swampert there. Maybe he was afraid of getting hit with a Focus Punch on the switch. He doesn't have to worry about Spore because the Vaporeon is still sleeping from earlier, but letting the Aerodactyl there, letting that take the Mach Punch and die doesn't seem like the winning play to me. But we'll see if Ben Manaphy can outmaneuver his way out of this. We've got ourselves a 3-3 just like we did before. Here comes Salamence. That will die if this Rock Slide connects, and it does. Salamence goes down. 3-2 situation now. Here comes Breloom, which looks pretty challenging to deal with for Mana at this point. He's going to let the T-Tar go. Sky Uppercut is going to take him down, and now Swampert is going to have to beat both Zapdos and Breloom. And I don't know that he could do that, especially with Zapdos having that HP Grass that we have already seen. Substitute from Swampert is certainly going to help. Whether or not it will be enough, yet to be determined, because he's going to beat the Breloom as well. Hidden Power Grass pops the sub, obviously. Ice Beam there. Interesting that Mana doesn't choose to continue subbing down. I'm not sure why he's doing that. He's just going to eat the Hidden Power and die instead. That seems like a misplay for Ben Manaphy. I think the play is that you sub down to Salic Berry there. You beat the Zapdos, and then the Vaporeon just needs to wake up to beat the Breloom. I think that was the only way out, but doing it this way, there's the Thunderbolt, and there's the kill. And again, what felt like a potentially winnable game for Ben Manaphy is going to result in an Undisputed win. So it's going to be an Undisputed 2-0 series win. He is going to have the massive advantage of being in the winner's bracket in the grand finals, where he could very well meet Ben Manaphy again. It's going to be Ben Manaphy against the yet-to-be-determined winner of Linear and Roro, which is going to play over the weekend. The loser of that match, Roro and Linear, is going to be out in fourth, and then Ben Manaphy is going to play the winner of that match to see who ends up in third and to see who gets to play against Undisputed. And there's going to be best of fives as of the third place match. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The point with the series here, even though it goes 2-0 Undisputed, I can't help but feel that Ben Manaphy had his chances. He didn't play badly per se. He made some really nice predictions, as he's been doing all tournament long, but there are a couple of lines, couple of sequences that I don't know that I like, and where I think had he gone a different route, he probably could have won these games. But credit where credit's due, it is Undisputed. He has been brilliant all tournament, and he is going to be in the winner's bracket for the grand finals. He's going to be waiting for his opponent. It's going to be one of Ben Manaphy, the Linear Curve, or Roro. Going to be an incredible final, no matter who it ends up being. That's a stacked bracket, no matter how it shapes up. We're all going to wait and see. But in the meantime, Ben Manaphy awaiting his next opponent. It's the winner of Linear and Roro, and that's happening over the weekend. I'll see you guys there. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this series.